Hello dear students, myself Sunil Kumar Jadhav, Principal of Sri Sarvajanik English High School. I welcome you all to Standard 9 Mathematics Chapter number 15 Probability Part 2. In Part 1 we have learned what is probability, what was the history related to probability, as well as we saw the formula how you can find out the probability of any event. That is what the formula was related to experimental probability, or we can call it empirical probability. Here in this video we are going to discuss important points of the probability and we will see one sum from exercise 15.1. So let us begin chapter number 15 probability standard 9 mathematics part 2. Important points of the probability. First of all, you have to understand all the important points of the probability. Number 1. The sum of the probability of all elementary event of an experiment is always equal to 1. Again, the sum of the probability of all elementary event. Elementary event means whatever the event we are getting by doing an experiment, that is called elementary event. That experiment, it is equal to 1. Say for example, while we toss the coin for 10 times, in the last video you saw, that is what we got it, probability of getting head was 0.8 and probability of getting tail was, that is 0.2. So probability of getting head plus probability of getting tail is always equal to 1. As we saw in the last one, that probability of getting head was 8 upon 10, so it was 0.8 plus probability of getting tail was 0.2. If we will do the total, 0.8 plus 0.2 is equal to 1. So probability of getting head plus probability of getting tail is always equal to 1. So we can say the sum of the probability of all elementary event of experiment is equal to 1. Let us take second example. In second example, suppose we toss the coin for 10 times. That was done. If we will roll the dice for about 10 times, say for example, suppose you will get number 1, that is for 2 times. So I will say number 1, it is 1, that is you got it 2 times out of rolling the dice for 10 times. You know, if we roll the dice, on the dice there are 6 number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we toss it 10 times and out of which we got 1 for 2 times. So as per our formula, that is 2 by 10. The formula we already learned. This is the formula. That is probability of any event is equal to number of trial in which the event occurs upon the total number of trials. As per that, we can say number 1, that is probability of getting 1. How many times we got? That is 2. And how many times we roll the dice? That is for 10 times. So it is 2 by 10. Let me say probability of getting number 2 on that dice. If I say number 2 is getting for 3 times, so I will say that is 3 upon how many times we roll the dice? That is 10. So it is 3 by 10. To getting 3, that is suppose it is getting for 1 time. So it is 1 upon 10. Number 4, say for example we don't get number 4 in all these 10 times. So we'll write it 0 upon 10. Number 5, let me say I got it for about 2 times. So it is 2 by 10. And let me say number 6, we got it again for 2 times. So I will be write it 2 upon 10. So you can see out of 10, 2 times we got 1, 3 times we got 2, 3 plus 2, 5. 1 time we got 3. So it is 6. 0 time we got 4. 5 we got it for 2 times. So it is 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 2, 8. And 6 we got it for 2 times. So it is 10. Out of this 10, we got number 1 for 2 times, 2 for 3 times, 3 for 1 time, 4 for 0 time, 5 for 2 times, 6 for 2 times. That is how if we will do sum total of all this, we will get it 1. Say for example, that is for this, I will write it here. Number 1, that is 2 by 10 plus that is 3 by 10 plus 1 by 10 plus it is 0 by 10 plus here it is 2 by 10 plus again 2 by 10. If we will take, the LCM will be 10. So I will write it here, it is 10. I will do the total, 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2. If we will do 2 plus 3, 5, plus 1 6, plus 2 8, plus 2 10. That is 10 upon 10. The answer will be equal to 1. So I hope you understood. The sum of the probability of all elementary event of an experiment is always equal to 1. Let us see the second point, probability of sure or certain event. Sure event is also called as a certain event. What is the meaning of it? Sure event. Let me give you the example. Sun rises from the east. Suppose you will try to get it, the output. 10 times you will go on the terrace and you will see the sun is rising day number 1. You will get it, the sun is rising from east. Similar way, second day, third day, 10 days you will see that sun is always rising from the east. So it is called sure event because sun is always going to rise from east. That is what we call as a certain event. So 10 times you will go and all 10 times you got the sun is rising from east, you will get it answer equal to 1. So this is what called as a sure or a certain event. Number 3, probability of impossible event. Let me give you one example. As we taken this example, I will take the reverse example of it. That is, sun is rising from west. If we will try to go on a terrace and you will try to see that sun is rising from west, number 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, all the time sun will be rising from the east. It means sun will never rises from the west. The probability will be 0 upon 10 will be equal to 0. So remember this, probability of impossible event which will never occurs is always equal to 0. Probability of sure or certain event is 1. Probability of impossible event is equal to 0. Number 4, PE plus PE bar is equal to 1. What does it mean? Probability of event plus probability of complementary event. What is the meaning of complementary event? Let me say, I will give the example. Probability of getting head. As we saw, probability of getting head that we have written as per our example 0.8. So, the probability of not getting this event means what? The probability of getting a tail. That is, we got 0.2. So that way, probability of event plus probability of the complementary event, sum total if we will do it, then it is equal to 1. Or in other way we can say, if we wanted to find out the complementary event of this one, that is probability of event, that is complementary event E bar is equal to, from this formula, PE I will take it at the other side, it is equal to 1 minus probability of the event. Even though we can find it out, suppose we have that probability of getting head is equal to 0.8 and we wanted to find out this probability of not getting this event. That is, probability of not getting event is equal to 1 minus 0.8. You will find out that is equal to 0.2. So, probability of getting event plus probability of not getting the event is equal to 1. Another thing, that is number 5. 0 is less than or equal to PE is less than or equal to 1. What does it mean? Probability of any event will be in between 0 and 1, or it would be 0 as well as 1. As we saw, probability of impossible event is 0. So probability of impossible event is 0. Probability of sure or certain event is 1. And rather than impossible event and sure event, all the event will be having probability between 0 and 1. So probability of event would be equal to 0, probability of event would be equal to 1, or it would be in between 0 and 1, but it would not be less than 0, or it can never be more than 1. So 0 is less than or equal to probability of event is less than or equal to 1. I hope you understood all this point. Now let us see one of the sum from exercise 15.1 to understand this probability concept. Let us see exercise 15.1, question number 1. In a cricket match, a batswoman hits a boundary 6 times out of 30 balls. She plays. How many balls she played? 30 balls she played, out of which 6 times she hits the boundary. Find the probability that she did not hit a boundary. Okay, let us consider this probability of she did not hit the boundary as our event. Probability of event E. Let me write it. That is equal to, I will write it here. That is probability of event E. Which event? I will say that is probability of she did not hit the boundary. Alright, did not hit the boundary. Out of 30 balls, how many times did she hit the boundaries? That is 6 times. So number of total balls are 30, out of which 6 times she hits the boundary. That means 30 minus 6. So probability that she did not hit the boundary is equal to 30 minus 6. Means out of 30 balls she did not hit the boundary for 24 times, because she hits the boundary for 6 times. So not hitting the boundary, 30 minus 6 is equal to 24. So probability of finding the she did not hit the boundary, we can say probability of event E is equal to, that is this event I have considered, I will say probability I will not write here, it is event I will write. So event, what event it is? That is did not hit the boundary, 30 minus 6 is equal to 24. Now I will find out probability of event. Which event is that? The event is equal to did not hit the boundary. We know the formula. Let us see this formula which we have learned in part 1. Experimental or the empirical probability is equal to number of trials in which the event occurs. Experimental or empirical probability is equal to number of trials in which event occurs divided by total number of trials. So we'll write it here. Number of times event occurs divided by, what do we say? The total number of trial. Total, I will write in short, number of trials. So probability of this event E is equal to, I will write it here, that is total number of trial occurs. How many balls she played? That is 30. So I will write it divided by 30. Total number of times the trial occurs, that is 30, out of which the event I have considered that she did not hit the boundary. How many times she did not hit the boundary? That is 24. So number of times the event occurs, that is event we written did not hit the boundary. So probability of that event will be equal to 24 upon 30. So this is how you can find it out. Even by the other way also you can find out. If I will say the event, I'll write it that she hits the boundary. How many times she hits the boundary? We know that. How many times? That is 6 times as given in the question. That is 6 times. I will write she hits the boundary, that is equal to 6. So this is the consider as a event. So probability of event E, I will write it, you know, the number of times the event occurs divided by total number of trials. The total number of trials are 30. So I will write it here, that is 30. And she hits the boundary for how many times? As it is given in the question, it is 6 times. So I have written it is 6 by 30. This is what I have considered as the event. In the question, it is written find the probability that she did not hit the boundary. Means the complementary event to the given event. So I will write it PE bar. PE bar. E bar is what? I will write it here. E bar is equal to complementary event of the given event, that she did not hit the boundary. So PE bar, we have learned PE plus PE bar is equal to 1. So I will write it PE bar is equal to 1 minus PE. I will write it here. That is equal to 1 minus, I will write 1 minus, what is PE? 6 by 30. Right? So 1 minus 30, I will write it, you know, we will take the LCM. If I will take the LCM, this here it will multiply, that is 30 minus 6 upon 30. So that way if we will go, then you know that is equal to what? 30 minus 6 is equal to 24 upon 30. We got the same answer, that probability that she did not hit the boundary is equal to 24 by 30. This was the method number 1 and this is method number 2. In method number 1, event we have considered, and with out of 30 balls, 6 balls she hits the boundary, so she did not hit the boundary is 24, and we have directly find out the answer 24 by 30. In second, we have considered the event she hits the boundary, that is equal to 6. So that probability I have find out, that is probability that she hits the boundary is 6 upon 30, and then I have taken a complementary event to that event that she did not hit the boundary is PE bar is equal to 1 minus PE, that is 1 minus 6 upon 30 is equal to 24 by 30. So by method number 1 or method number 2 you can find out the answer of this question. I hope you understood this question, that is answer of question number 1, exercise 15.1. In next videos we will see the other question of the exercise 15.1. So keep watching this video and understand the concept clearly about the probability, and I am sure that you will get the full marks in this probability chapter. Thank you so much.